Viste uma estrela cá dentro? Vou pintar à noite, sem ver nada. Estou aqui numa praia e ao pé do Cabo da Roca e vou pintar uns rochedos à noite com uma técnica diferente, que é, eu vou fazer tudo escuro, a tela toda escura, e depois seguidamente vou iluminar a tela. Eu vou pintar, vou juntar brancos e cores claras às cores escuras e vou desenhar tudo, pintar tudo em cima de uma camada de cores escuras. Portanto, vai ser uma experiência diferente aqui no meio da noite sem ver nada.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Tiago Hacke, and I'm an artist. I paint murals, so technically I'm a street artist, although I don't like that word. And I also paint landscapes. I paint mainly figuratively, a lot with acrylics and wall paint. It's brushes and figuration, that's my main expertise. And we are here in my studio, and I wanted to show you some paintings that I made on the 7th and the 8th of September, with just a few hours distance from each other. We are in 2020, the COVID year, and I made this challenge to myself, and I went with a friend to old, it's not really a beach, it's kind of a small natural harbor near Cabo da Roca, which means Cape of the Rock, and which is allegedly the most western point of Europe, of continental Europe. And I say allegedly because some people say that Finisterre in the north of Spain, it is that place. I also heard the theory that Sagres in the south of Portugal, it is also the allegedly most western point of Europe. And also I heard that in France they have Finisterre near Brittany, or in Brittany, that people claim also to be the most western point of Europe. So that place, Cabo da Roca, here in Cascais, near Lisbon, has the plate there saying that it is the most western point of Europe, although it's allegedly, because there's a lot of theories. Okay, trivia apart, what matters is that it is a place that used to be known by the Phoenicians were there. The Arabs were there when Portugal lived under the the Moroccan Empire, and it was a place that it's called Porto da Foz do Touro, which means the port of the I don't know how to say Foz, of the when the river meets the ocean. I always say this. Of Touro. Touro means bull, and is actually the name of that small little creek. So basically, it's a beautiful place. There is very little civilization. Only fishermen and hikers go there, and it's kind of a hard hike to go down and up those slopes. It's very abrupt, and yeah. So I went there with a friend, and we stayed overnight there. We camped, not really camping because we didn't bring tent. We just slept on our mats looking at the stars, and with a little dog for protection. And it was really cool, although I couldn't film because there was a problem with my GoPro camera. Sometimes the camera doesn't turn on, and yeah, I just wanted to paint, and I was with a friend. I was like, oh, damn it, I'll not film. And I made a plein air painting at night. It was my first one. I've been wanting to do that long time, and I did it at night, and also in the morning next day, almost the same landscape, but the composition is slightly different. Because I had better lighting, I could make more wise choices. So at night there, plein air painting at night, it's very different than what I imagined, because I could barely see anything. The moon was still behind the rocks, so I could not see much, and I had this little lamp, and the problem with painting with the lamp is that your eyes need to adjust, and if they are adjusting to the canvas, which has the bright light shining towards it, when you look at what you're painting, these rocks here, these cliffs with starry night and the ocean, your eyes need to adjust again. So it was funny. I actually pre-mixed all the colors with the light that I thought with this eye adjustment gap, and I pre-mixed all the colors, and then I started painting without any light, so I would need this eye adjustment, and I thought I could see at night, and so I basically knew more or less where the colors were in the palette, and I could see which ones were darker and lighter, so to get the values correct. And yeah, it was funny painting. Actually, I ended up cheating or finding other method. Actually, once I had it all covered up, I turned on the light to see if there was mistakes, and there was a lot of mistakes and a lot of the canvas uncovered. So I had to go for it again, and this time I used the light just to readjust some details. And this is a painting. Oops. I still didn't remove the masking tape. Things that I like. I don't know. I like the atmosphere of it. It's very grey. It's grey and green and purple basically. But yeah, there is something to it. I don't know. Maybe it is my first night plein air painting. I just don't know what to think about it because I have nothing to compare about from it. It was hard to differentiate the ocean from the sky. Yeah, cool. I love this. The removal of tape. It's like I don't know. There's a satisfying sensation on doing this. White part doesn't matter. Cool. This is it. Look, it looks sharper actually now. I stretch a canvas on the board, and I made it like that. Actually, I like it even more now. It's really cool. Very green. I don't know much. Don't have much to say about it. But looking now, these clamps. Looking now at the other one, made on the 8th of September during the day. Same landscape, but with an approach a bit different, because I could see actually. Yeah, I love it. Honestly, the water effects are really good. I did very roughly with the old brush that had only some bristles working, and it has a very textured effect. I think in plein air it works really well when the brush strokes are not all even. So yeah, I don't know, I just love it. The colors, they are smooth. The sky still had these dawn colors, you know, very bright, and yeah, I just really like this painting. The composition, you can tell I could calculate it more. I put more on emphasis this rock. But yeah, let's. Should I remove also these things? This masking tape. Sometimes I think I should just paint on the panel instead of stretching the canvas on the top. I actually got this stretching the canvas on the top of the panel from traveling and painting, so I could bring way more surfaces to paint than if I was making just panels, because panels are heavier, and when I was traveling in Vietnam and Laos, this panel I couldn't carry much panels, so I made this method. And then for this summer 2020, 3 years later, I also did the same system, which was very practical because I'm this kind of person that always brings too much stuff on holidays, and I just enlarged the size of it. I went really big on this size, but I actually think to frame it will be better just to have a panel, because this thing, it has to be framed with a paper, and it means that we don't have to, but yeah, mostly people put a glass on the top of it, and putting a glass you just lose all the texture of the brush strokes that I so love on this painting. So I think it's a bit of a shame, and I also have this thing of removing a bit of the canvas when I'm doing this. It always unweaves a bit, which I'll show you. It just happened now, and I was trying to be careful, which means that is a recurrent accident, and there is something to be said about recurring accidents, is to avoid them. But well, paintings are paintings, and there is definitely a storage part that is helpful, especially when I'm backpacking, and yeah. So I don't regret making this like that. I just think next time I'll carry even less stuff of my own, like clothes and stuff, and I just carry a whole box full of panels. Or if maybe I get them in a trolley. It's not heavy for my back, and I just take a bag, a trolley just for painting, and this will be cool. Let's see how it plays. Look, I even removed a bit of the back paper of the panel, but look at this beauty. Look at this, how cool is that? When I love to remove this thing, even if I'll paint on panels, I think I'll always do this. I'll put some masking tape, because then we got this framing effect that I think it just favors a lot the painting, because there is this margin the painting can breathe. Actually, I miscalculated the composition, as it happens often, and the last letter of my signature also went off. So yeah, I have to cut this out. So yeah, these are it, my 2 night and day paintings, and hope you like it. I really love them, and I really like that place. I'll definitely return there to paint. Take care.